Hey guys, what's going on? It's Joel Tavares here from DualShockers.com. You're watching DualShockers TV. I'm here with Josh Olin, the community manager for Treyarch. We just checked out Call of Duty Black Ops. I have to say it's amazing. Again, hats off to the team that you guys have, because you guys every single time, World at War was amazing, and now this,
thank you,
even better. Is there anything you want to share? Tell people a little about what we just saw, actually.
Nope, I'm all set.
That's what you did.
Yeah, it's Black Ops. It's set during the Cold War, of course. It's something that's fresh and new for the players. That was important to us because Call of Duty's done Modern Warfare. It's done World War II. Lots of great games in the franchise. So people are expecting something that's going to be ratcheting that bar up and something that's going to be fresh. So the Cold War era just provided a variety on every front. So a variety of locales, because it's like this. There are these hot conflicts, these deniable operations that took place all over the globe during that time. So I mean, a wide variety of locales, and then the weaponry. I mean, this is the era that birthed all the modern weapons, right? So like the weapons were, and a lot of these like Black Ops teams, they would get, because they're CIA backed, they would get these prototype weapons like upwards of 5 years out in advance of when they hit mainline production. So they got a lot of these like cool weapons that we get to work with, and all the the creative doors that opens up for us.
It's funny. One of the things we saw during the demo, and the mention of this new explosive. I won't mention. I don't want to spoil it. Like, oh yeah, we got this stuff from the Russians, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's really great because and it's not just those weapons. Like there's even experimental weapons, and like in these Black Ops teams, oh man, like SOG, SOG, the Studies and Observations Group. We had a veteran of that group come in to Treyarch. His name was John Plaster, Major John Plaster, and he was able to tell us all these anecdotes and stuff about their tactics and their operations and how they worked in these different regions and in these different objectives and missions. So we were able to use that, and it's like, this is some compelling gameplay. Like this is going to be really interesting for players to see on screen. It's based. These guys were doing the real life Rambo shit, like the stuff that you see in like movies, and they were actually on the ground doing it. And then we got to talk to Special Forces from the other side, Sonny Puzikas. He's a former Russian Spetsnaz operative. So he was able to tell us about their tactics and how vastly different it was from ours, and their training and techniques. So we were able to take that input and work that into a whole new AI type. So when you're playing through our single player and you face off against our Spetsnaz, they're going to be completely... you're going to get overrun. You're not going to expect it. Even the veteran Call of Duty player is going to look at them and they're going to be like, wow, this is a formidable new opponent. Wow,
and you just said Rambo shit, so
You're sold.
I'm sold.
Got it. Okay.
I'm just thinking, can I get the gun of Rambo?
Yeah, exactly.
Part 3. No, but it's from what we saw, it was amazing. The big thing you had to point out was the motion capture.
Yes.
This new technology is coming in because it really provides for a level of immersion that you don't get to see in shooters, right?
Yeah.
So you have to break it down. Let us know.
Okay, so it's full performance capture. It combines facial capture, motion capture, and voice capture all in one take. So like facial capture, that's been around for a while. Motion capture's been around even longer, but full performance capture, this is something that James Cameron just used in the creation of Avatar. And so everybody sort of saw that movie and they're like, wow, those blue guys, they look so realistic. It's because they were just real people that they mapped to these character models. So we're doing we're doing the identical thing. We actually went to the same studio that he went to, the House of Moves in Los Angeles, to record this stuff. So it brings this whole it brings the whole performance to life. It really just breathes perfection. Like your actors can actually do some improv, and they can put a little bit of themselves in their character, just like you would in a movie. So it's really like you're basically digitizing a person into the game. And so before, where your animations would have to be recorded separate from your face and voice, let's say that somebody was going to celebrate and you wanted to go, yeah. Well, when you do it all separately, the fist pump is like it might happen a little too soon, and then the voice comes in like a split second later, and the voice is not as exuberant as the fist pump, so it turns out being like, yeah, and it's like it seems wrong when you record it separately. So altogether, it really is just a living, breathing performance on the screen.
And it looks wonderful. Speaking of looks and stepping further into the visuals. One thing I noticed right away, I brought it up during the demo. Well, at the end of the demo was the lighting. It seems like every single time you guys go above and beyond what we've seen before in terms of the engine. That we've become familiar with the engine since Call of Duty 4, and now it's like every single time it's always gradual progression. Here it looks like you blow the doors off of this one now with the lighting because it looks amazing. Is there anything you want to
It's a beautiful engine, and so yeah, after World at War shipped, we basically itemized the list of all the engine areas that we wanted to improve upon and further develop. And so lighting was one of them that we basically just ripped out and redid from the ground up. So yeah, you got those awesome bloom effects coming in through the intro to that one level payback. You got those God rays coming down through the water, and just the dynamic lighting in the tunnel scene when you have the flashlight. It's all really nice, and I was actually really pleased to see you call that out, because I hadn't even said it yet, and I always do point it out. Right. But you said it before me, and I was like, "Wow, that's like independent validation." We did a good job.
I definitely picked it up because it looked amazing. It was a major difference from again, previous iterations of the engine and other titles. So it looks great, and I'm
glad you liked it.
Thank you. I did. Thank you. Well, one other thing, I know we can't really talk about it. Okay, but multiplayer, can people rest assured they don't have to worry anymore?
They don't have to worry anymore. I think that people are going to be shocked when we reveal our.
We're like, wait, it's not going to be hackable?
No, yeah. So we're really taking the gloves off in terms of MP, ratcheting the bar up. We're innovating across as many different boards as we possibly can with MP. So I think the players are going to be really satisfied and surprised with just how much we've gotten into Black Ops. Sure. And then the hacking stuff that's happened. To MW2's credit, like World at War was just as hackable. The problem is people were playing MW2 right when all those hacks came out, right? So it's just the console modders, and they're getting access to system variables and all this techno speak that nobody wants to hear about. The point is, for Black Ops, all of that has happened before our game came out. So we're able to build in preventative measures, and we already know how it all works, and we know how they're doing it. So we're able to block that stuff up front, and then if they do figure some more stuff out, we're going to have some security technology built in, so that we're going to be able to moderate and enforce our games and our leaderboards. So, Black Ops, it shouldn't be an issue.
Awesome. So all you hackers out there, you can cut the shit right now, because it's not going to happen. So yeah, so far, I mean, that's all we can talk about multiplayer. I'm sure we'll learn more in the coming days. But
you will.
Again, Josh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
The game looks great.
Thank you very much.
Josh Olin, Community Manager, Treyarch Games. Joel Tavares, DualShockers TV on DualShockers.com. I'm out.